Welcome in, Kuma Crew. It is once again your favourite friendly despair bear, Annakuma, and Next Fest just happened. I don't know when this video is coming out. Maybe it'll be the wrong Next Fest that you think happened when this come out, because, yeah, time to make videos and stuff. Either way, I played the demo for The Bench, and we're going to talk about what it's like to be an old man on a bench with an army of pigeons. Voxel Studios has a charming game in store for us all, full of pigeons, puzzles, and maybe something much sadder to come, and honestly, I'm all for it. Whilst I only dived into the demo for 30 minutes, I did make it to the end of the game. I do know I didn't see all there was to see, but I think I got enough of an idea of what is to come to say this game is going to be a trip. You play as Ben, codename Benjamin, an old man in a retirement home. All we can do is sit around and feed our pigeons. Just these pigeons become our army, and our army will be able to break us out of this prison we call a home. That is genuinely the simple premise of The Bench. Then again, we meet this guy here. He doesn't tell us who he is, but he gives you a darker look at what might be going on. In some messed up dreamland, this little fella turns into this much bigger fella, and he does mention that our medicine has been blurring our memories. It gives you a deep down feeling that something isn't quite right here, and we might be in for a more emotional game than the gameplay lets on at first. For now though, that dark subcontext is for the main game, because the demo does one thing, and it does it well. It lets you cause chaos. Dark Mysterious Pigeon Boy here gives you a golden egg, and your own little army of 3 pigeons. You can do mini games around the map to get more pigeons, and these pigeons will basically be your everything. They act like a pigman, basically. You will have bread you can throw to get them to move around, or you can just pick them up and chuck them at things. You'll pick things up, break stuff, assault people for no reason other than they were in your way, and you feel like it. You know, old man stuff. Much like any other chaotic game, it is a bunch of fun to play, if not the best to use at the moment. This is a demo after all, and it does warn us at the beginning that it is not a reflection of the final project, but that doesn't stop it being a little janky at times. For example, to move around, you need to hit benches with your bread. That'll get your army of pigeons to move you. Just sometimes it doesn't work well, and other times you end up somehow picking up a pigeon as well. It is a fun way to move, but it does sometimes get a little annoying and in the way. I'd like to see that tightened up in the main game, but overall, for a game that probably isn't going to be a super long experience, and is just there to cause mayhem and have a fun time, it isn't the worst either. Selecting pigeons can be a pain too. You do need to get them to grab bricks and the like to help break parts of the map and help you move around. But sometimes I'd go to grab a brick bird and come back with an empty one. Again, it isn't something that even if it comes up in the main game will make it any less enjoyable, but it is something that could be cleaned up a little. Controls are simple though. Left mouse button is the throw, grab, or interact button. Right mouse lets you hit things with your cane like an old man would. You have your task page, which is a newspaper on the tab button, and you're all set for your old man adventures. I love the animation on the pigeons though. They are so derpy and cute. They just sit and watch you as you sit there doing not much other than throw bread and hassle people with them. Like seriously, there isn't much to these models, but I just love them. On the main title page, after you've come out of the game, you even get to see your army just sat there dancing. Overall, the style of the game is pretty solid for what it is. Nice, silly looking 3D models and in a very well put together world. It isn't anything special, but it gives the game its own unique brand of pigeony hell? Let me tell you about my favorite thing though, and it is a weird thing to find as the favorite part of a demo like this. Like, it's very me. What I really liked is them showing off the newspaper. It looks like you'll be able to add to the newspaper as well, so this will be a growing thing. And no, it isn't just some place where you can keep track of things you picked up. No, it is a minigame all on its own. For a start, your cursor turns into a fully working pencil whilst in the newspaper, so you can doodle away and erase what you want to. You can reorganize the notes as well, which is fun. I love this as an addition to the game. Turn a page and you get what I guess will be achievements. but in-game are called stamps for when you start doing all the weird and wonderful things you have to do. But then turn again and you have Fill Point, a fun little connected dots puzzle. Why do I like this? Because it is just something old people do. Newspapers have game pages. I remember sitting with my granddad doing the crosswords in Sudoku. They had other puzzles I never understood, and Fill Point feels like something that naturally would not just be in a newspaper, but that would be something an old man sitting on a bench would be doing. Not going to lie, there's a huge part of me that is just super interested in seeing how big the paper games will grow. It's a weird and wacky part of the game that I feel is just going to be right up my alley with how much I love this kind of stuff. You could say I was an old man before my time, or something like that. Puzzle-wise, and there are some fun puzzles in there. When you get going with your pigeon army, you'll get to points where you just chuck them for the fun of it, and accidentally get yourself into a position to win something you didn't even know you were trying to win. But then, there are some like the chessboard, which I found interesting to figure out how to complete. You even get a snooze button. Yes, to pass time, all you have to do is press and hold spacebar, and Benjamin here will have a snooze till you stop holding it, which helps. Not just because snoozes are good, well they're not, but whatever, but because things happen at different parts of the day, so you don't get stuck waiting for ages for something to happen. Ben just needs a little nappy nap, and we wakey to what we need to see. The benches demo consists of the area just outside the residential home. Your goal is to make it to the clock tower, and then it ends. Honestly, it was fun, it was chaotic, it had cute little pigeons bopping along with you, and that is all you can expect from this kind of game. If there is a darker meaning to the story, if it does manage to tug at the heartstrings, then that will be an added bonus. It looks like you'll get optional tasks to do. You'll have to get enough pigeons to move the obstacles in your way. Again, like Pikmin. And it is mainly about exploring and just seeing what you can do when you can do it. It'll be interesting to see how all of this plays out when the full release lands, but it was fun in the demo. For me, I'm thinking of this game as a cross between the Talos Principle and the Goose Game, but with pigeons, not geese, because I don't think you'd live to tell the tale if you picked up and chucked a goose. There is currently no release date for the bench yet, but I'm excited for it. And if you liked what you saw, then I'm dropping the link to the Steam store page down below so you can make sure to give it a click and a wish list. That is it for me today though, my friends. I hope you loved my chaotic time as a pigeon tamer. If you like what you see though, please feel free to leave a like, comment on how much you want to be a pigeon, and subscribe. Also, feel free to follow me over at twitch.tv/Annakuma, where I stream 5 days a week and probably will at some point stream this game, because I know at least one person who really loves pigeons and will really love to see me play this game. Maybe. Till then, don't explode too many pigeons. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.